Hello, hello, hello. What? Which one is it deleted on? It's all removed from the Terry Lightsey page. Hold on a minute. See, this is why I don't want to stream any of the lives there anymore because it's just ridiculous amount of dumb. Duh, that's where I told you to go in the first place. Ugh, so annoying. Hi, Gert. Hi, Sue. Good morning, Brony. Hey, Ashley. Hi, Helen. Hi, Shonda. Hi, Cheryl. Hello, Sheila. Hold on, give me a minute now, because now I need to figure out what's going on. Because as usual, the book is like, no, we're not going to play nice with you today, because why should we? Again, why I need my intro, because then all of this stuff is done, and you guys don't even know that I'm having these problems. Hello, everybody. Happy Thursday, as they say. Hi, Mac. Hey, Shannon. Hi, Rosie. How are you? All right. I think I'm here. I think I'm on here now. Hello, Trees. Trees, just so you know, nothing came yesterday. Just so you know. I sent you an email. Don't know if it went through. FB ain't letting me message you. You're the second person that has told me that, and I don't know why. Are you messaging me on the Craft and Chaos page, on the business page, or the Terry Lightsey page? I don't know what's happening. Hi, Luann. Hola, Olga. Hi, Miss Donna Sue. Gross. I feel like that. Oh, you're welcome, Luann. Thank you so very much. Hi, Sandra. Yeah. Really quickly, if you're on the Terry Lightsey page watching the live, please head over to Craft and Chaos. Please get used to watching the lives over on Craft and Chaos. Because eventually I will not be streaming any lives to the Terry Lightsey page. Where am I at? Am I on Craft and Chaos now? I am. I don't see any messages from you, Shannon. I don't see any messages from you. I don't know why. You messaged the business page? I don't know. I'll go over here and change and see. Yes, I got the chat rules comments. Thank you kindly. Hey, Nicole. I was thinking about you this morning. I was like, oh my gosh, I need to put an order in. So I'm in Meta and I don't see any messages from you, Shannon. Nope, not a message from any Shannon. So I don't know if you messaged. Are you talking about you email? You said email. So did you email me at the store, or did you message the Craft and Chaos Facebook? Yay! And how is mom and baby? Are they all good? Oh, that's so awesome! Yay! Congratulations! That is so awesome. When? Was it just like recently? I told you she needed to push it out on my birthday, man. What happened? Oh, I'm so glad they're good. Oh, that's so cool. That is so cool. Congratulations. Treese, no, I will message you. Are you messaging? Are you on the 17th? 30th. Oh, so they're home. Yeah, Troy. Are they home and everything is good? Getting into the groove of motherhood? Oh my gosh, that's so exciting. Anyways, I tried Crafton page. It won't let me send, so I sent an email. Okay, I don't know. I'll have to look for it. I don't know where you would email me at. I'm so confused. Anyway, so today I showed you guys, they be kicking people out so quick nowadays, you know. It's so crazy how fast they're like, oh, you popped the baby out. Time for you to go home. We need the bed. It's like, before you would at least get to stay for 3 days, you know. For goodness forbid you had like a C-section and you stayed a little bit longer, but now anymore they're just like, oh, baby out, now you go take your baby out. Hi Rosie, how are you? So anyways, yesterday I showed you guys this little thing we're going to experiment on. It is one of these like acrylic frames that I got at the Hoblob a long time ago. This has been in my craft room forever. It's actually, I can see it's dusty, but it's on the film, so I'm going to pull the film off. As you can see, the film is very scratched, but it has that protective film on it, so we'll pull that off. And what I want to do is I want to frost the glass, or let's start again. I want to frost the acrylic. So what we're going to do is use the Heavy Body Matte, which we all know is not transparent, right? Heavy Body Gel Glossy is the transparent Heavy Body Gel. The matte is not. It will be opaque. But when you put it on glass and plastic, you get that kind of that frosty look. So I want to see if it will work on here. I'm hoping it will. If it doesn't, it's not a big deal because I pulled out a lot of the gold transfers that we have. I did pull out, because I do have like the silver Harlequin in the store. I have the gold foliage. And oh my God, Troy, you have to stop doing that. You are dripping. Why did I ever show you how to use that can opener? Look it. Oh, give me your hand. I know it's all sticky. Oh my banana daiquiris, Troy. Both of them. Ay, caramba. Thanks, son. This is now my second one today because I had to work earlier and I had to do a live earlier. And anytime I sit here, he thinks he needs to bring me one. So obviously I need to keep these outside now, because you see he squeezes the banana daiquiris out of the can in order to too much. You're too much. Anyways, so I want to frost the plastic. Don't be so bossy. I want to frost the plastic on here. And then use some of the gold transfers. But anyways, like I was saying before you came over here with the can dripping all over the place, we also have the rose gold in the field. And then we have, this one is also like a rose gold. These are both Katja, the bird watching. And then from the new release, we have the, what is that? Eglantine, I don't know, Elegance. And then we also have the, did I not pull it out? Oh, it's behind it. The label one, which I wouldn't use because obviously it's too small, but there is like little bits that we might use. And then I also did pull out some of the IOD gilded ones as well. So if the frosty look works on here, I want to do something like foil on top. So we'll see how that goes. I was born a week before Christmas. My mom begged the doctor to keep her in the hospital so she didn't have to make Christmas dinner. He complied. I had a C-section with both my boys. At first I was for 5 days, the second home in 24 hours. They were respectively 38 and 32 years ago. Hi, Dolores. I had a C-section with Trevor, and I think I was in there for a few days, but I wasn't able to take either one of my boys home. They both had to stay in the NICU. Trevor was in the NICU for a long time because he was so early. But yeah, so anyhow, let's get my desk on screen. Never will it be on screen because it does this weird thing now. Did you check the floor? Probably spilled there too. Probably, but the floor that where he opened it is way in the kitchen. So I'm sure I'll step in it later and, you know, like my house slipper will be like stuck to it. That's usually what happens. Here you go, bub. All right, so I'm not going to worry about pulling the backing off. I am trying to figure out, though, because this is wood. I know I don't want it this little rustic black like it is right here. But I'm thinking if I put it, because before I pull this off, I'd much rather just paint it now so I don't have to worry about being all clean and, you know, tidy. But I'm thinking we just put it back. We make it an opaque black because I think with either one of the foil, the black would be the way to go, I think. Or do I want it one of my country blue colors? Oh, I don't know. Hi, Charmaine. Now I don't know. Country blue or black? That is the question. Country blue or black is the question. You guys know, but if we use a country blue, it probably wouldn't look good with any of the rose gold. So these would be 86th right away. But it would be fine with the gold or the silver. Hi, Miss Edie. So I'm almost to say that the black would be more universal to both, to all of them. All right, country blue, you go bye-bye. So I used to keep this note up here for sentimental reasons, but I'm just going to throw it in the trash now because I think it's juju. Never mind that. Okay, is that hair on the top or on the bottom? Y'all, I'm about to cut all of my hair off because it's everywhere. It's like everywhere. I find it everywhere, and it drives me nuts that I find it everywhere. So we have the little protectant still on the front and the back. So we'll just do a really quick layer of the lamp black, which is a very opaque black, and then we can always figure out what else to do with it. So yeah, that's what we'll do. I don't want a nice brush that's gonna be messed up all my brush hairs. Stick with black. Blue would be different. Yeah, and the blue would be really pretty. We could always do like a metallic over this black though. Decisions. Get out my pockets. Troy, you're cut off. Nope, you're cut off. You keep emptying all those doggone phone cases out of your backpack in your room, and I keep having to pick them up every day, and it's literally driving me bananas. Turn it down. La 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 la. Turn it down. Thank you. Hey. Turn it down. I already get in enough trouble with these folks. Gosh. They already hassle me too much. I know. That's what I'm saying. So what's going on? Y'all, this, I swear, these weeks just get longer and longer and longer. It takes forever for it to be the weekend. Not that the weekend is anything different, but Troy decided to run amok all night long. He hasn't done that in a while. So he came into the room at 10:30 because, you know, Nick goes to work at 10 and he waits until he knows Uncle Nick's gone. So he came into the room at 10:30 asking for a phone case. Then he came into the room at 1:37. I was like, bro, what? Don't you yell at him. Your pocket is his happy. A royal sapphire. You know what we haven't done is used any of the like the metallics, the sparkling blues, sparkling green, sparkling gold. We haven't used any of those in a while, so we might bust out one of those. Oh, hot off the press news. Tomorrow, I will be getting my shipment of all of the molds that are out of stock from the last release for Prima. So the Bright Baubles, the Santa, the Evergreen, the Angels, on and on and on. That order will be here tomorrow. I am going to tell you that if everybody who has put in a back in stock request pays attention when I turn those back on, put those in stock, they're going to go out of stock immediately. Hi, Desi Ann. Yes, I am on YouTube as well. I'm always on YouTube when I'm live. I'm on YouTube and Facebook at the same time. So why I'm telling you this is because if you want any of those molds, because I don't foresee me ordering anymore because they're already out of stock again. So it was really weird. We didn't understand how the pre-orders went out of stock, but the pre-orders went out of stock. So that leads me to believe that maybe they only secured so many. And so I'm going to assume as long as it took for these to come in, by the time another batch comes in, it'll be rolling right on like Christmas time, and you probably won't want a Santa mold or a bauble mold after that. So if you are interested in any of those molds, you want to go !chaos, and you're going to want to sign up for whatever those molds, sign up for a back in stock request and put your email in. And as soon as I put them in inventory, you're going to get an email. So those of you who sign up for that request will know before I even am able to come on and tell you guys, or it might even come after I'm already off. So I might not even be able to tell you until tomorrow. So, because I know every day I get requests for those molds. And I got my confirmation from FedEx that said that they will be here tomorrow. So, just a little FYI, if you want them, make sure you sign up, because I don't foresee I'm going to do another round of these, because I just don't think they're going to get here in time, and I don't want to have to store a bunch of molds until, you know, either Christmas in July or what have you. So also, I know that the last release, most all of those are almost out of stock, if not out of stock. Those are also out of stock with redesign. So as soon as those come back in stock, I will reorder, you know, the fabric tissues or whatever. But just a little FYI. How are you, Joanne? Gert has to take the puppy out. I'll worry about painting the back later. Or should I? Actually, I don't know. And I don't know. I'm not usually a fan of the jute hangers, so I don't even know if we're going to leave this jute on here or if I'll put sawtooth hangers on the back, or we add like another type of string or something. We'll see how it all turns out. All right. Did I get it all? You never know. You never know until it's dry. All right, let's dry it and make sure I got it all before I pop that brush in the water. Do your clocks change back this weekend? I don't know. Do they? Oh gosh. I'm assuming it's pretty quick here though, because in November they change, and I believe it's the first part. So if it's not this coming weekend, it's probably next weekend. But I have not looked. Does anybody know? What? What the what? It is this weekend. Oh Lordy be. Hi Jackie Bates. Good evening, Jill. Hi Miss Connie. Hi Valerie. Great. 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 I love the time change. I love when it's dark at 5 o'clock. Said no one ever. Said no one ever. Okay, I think we're safe to throw the brush in the water. I think. I say that, and then you watch as soon as I throw it in there, it'll be no good. It's the 4th, November 2nd. Oh, Lord. Y'all are confused. November 1st is Saturday, so I'm assuming it's going to be the 2nd. You should try UK. Clocks went back last week. Dark at 4. See, it's just horrible. I never changed my big living room clock in the spring, so it'll finally be right again. You know what is so funny? In the bedroom, in my bedroom, I did that for the longest time, and it used to make Nick crazy because whenever he would need to go to work, why do they put it underneath, yo? That is just so aggravating. It would always be wrong. And literally, I think he finally changed it. Not this year. This time he changed it. Now he's in charge of changing the room clock. But I think when he finally changed it, it was like maybe a week or two later. It was time to change the clocks back, and I was like, "See, you just should have left it. All of that, and you need to change it again." I guess that'll finally make me put the battery in this clock over here because I still haven't put a battery in this clock, which right now it says that it's 11:45, so it's just horrible. Okay, so again, that same film that you guys watched me pull off is on the back. I don't want to pull it off because I need to paint the back. I just don't feel like doing it right now, but if it makes it look kind of funky, I will pull it off and then just deal with the paint later. All right, let's get my little pokey tool. So again, this is the Heavy Body Gel in matte. I know, not having a change of clocks. How many states are like that? Is there? I think is it just 2 that don't recognize daylight savings anymore, or don't never have? I know it's not very many. When I lived in both Arizona and Nevada, that was one nice thing. Okay, so I'm gonna just use my silicone brush. I feel like I should clean this first. Hold on. You guys know I don't usually not. I'm just going to take some isopropyl alcohol and clean even though it had the film on it, I know it's clean. I just would much rather just wipe it down. We need to get some candy. Even though we'll have very little trick-or-treaters, we do have a few here at this house. The other place was like literally 3. It was funny though, because when I was talking to Megan earlier, I was telling her last year, I remember the next door neighbors right here. I was coming home from picking up Trevor, and the kids were at the door trick-or-treating. It was literally like 5:30, and I'm like, hold on a minute. I don't even think I've opened up the candy bags yet. Is it? And so I was telling her that last year we were pretty well by the time it had actually gotten dark outside, we didn't have any more people ringing the doorbell, which is fine because whenever somebody rings my doorbell, I have to go out through the garage if I decide to answer the door, because you guys know I won't answer the door if I'm not expecting you. If I decide that I'm answering the door, I have to go out through the garage because I don't want to open the door and then have the dogs run out. So anytime I have a trick-or-treater, I have to go out through the garage. I do not carry the silicone brushes in the store, and I don't know why, because I can bring in Finnabare's. Actually, I do know why, because when I went to go look for Finn's, I have them. She has a 1 inch, and then she has a big one like this. They were out of stock, and so, but I can bring in off brands too. I think Ashley just asked me about these, because you guys know I use these all the time. I use them whenever I'm doing stencils. And actually, I use them for a lot of stuff. They're just, I like the control that I have with the holding them by the handle. So I will bring them in, because I think she sells them in packs as well with all sizes, and then individually, or not she, Redesign does. So I'll bring them in. I don't know why I just didn't do this at the beginning. Hold on, let me not get my big head in here. I may end up having to paint the outside of this again, because I keep getting the matte up onto the black. I just... All right. Okay, or I won't bring them into the store, and Sue will just give you the link to Amazon. Too. All right, so we're just going to put these. Okay. Let's see how frosty we get. Frosty. I guess I could get off of my phone. Still sitting on it. In the water you go, to be washed later. Oh, and then he unplugged me and everything else. What is happening here? Good googly muggly. All right, let's dry this a little bit. We obviously have to be careful because it is plastic. So we'll probably have to dry it in little bits and, in stages. Hi, Tina. They're expensive, but I love them. What's expensive? Silicone brushes? Oh, yeah. Oh, got off of my phone so I could see my comments. My comments. I don't know if you can see, like, it's already making that glass, giving it that frosted look. What the heck? Nothing, Gert. We just put the heavy body gel matte on the acrylic, and I'll probably just dry it for a few more seconds here. Then we'll just turn it around because it's not going to touch, and then we can kind of work on getting some placement of the transfers. Like I said, since it is plastic, you want to be a little bit careful. We also might want to put some would you bin on the outside too. Well, let's see what we use on the inside first. All right, so as this is still doing its thing, I'm just going to turn it around, which I know is going to look strange, but I just want to get kind of placement of what we're going to do. So obviously this one that Katja released has a bunch of, again, like kind of foliage, right? There's leaves and branches and whatnot. That's going to take up a lot of it, so probably not what I'm looking for. I like that there's script down here, but these obviously are small, so we're gonna kind of keep, oh, that is super cute, kind of keep these in mind for like little fillers. What I thought would be really cool, depending on what we put on here, is using some of these at the bottom. But again, that it's really going to depend again on what we put on here. But like to have some of the, I know it's showing that it's supposed to come down, but I don't care. Mine will go up. Anyways, whatever. I do what I want. I do what I want. I don't gotta follow the rules. But then, you know, we can never go wrong with a little bit of silver harlequin, which could be an entire background. How many would fit? Would 2 even fit or no? 2 wouldn't even fit, so probably wouldn't work because you'd only be getting like points like that. I don't know if I like that. So I just used that transfer. Oh, the Katja one in the field. Oh, I love that one. I actually, before I had the store, I bought a tube of that, and then I used it, and then I bought another tube because I liked it so much. Okay, so then I feel like I had more. Oh, I think I did grab them both. Oh, maybe I did. Maybe I did. Maybe I didn't. No. Isn't there another gilded one? I feel like I'm missing some. So these are the really pretty ones that are more trim-esque, right? Kind of like what Megan used on her box. I'm pretty sure IOD did a gold that was Christmas, though. Did they not? Or am I just going crazy? And let me guess, is Onyx sleeping in front of it again? No, she's not. Hey! I'm pulling the gold away from the backing, which is not cool. And again, we don't have to do Christmas. I just, in my head, I envision like there being some type of greeting of some kind. Hold on. Hold, please, because I know I have it. I thought I grabbed all of the gildings out of the... Because I was trying to grab everything before Onyx came back over here, because she likes to sleep right in front of this one. Oh, yes. Yes, yes. They did. Oh, that's why, because it wasn't a biggin. It wasn't the biggin. It wasn't a biggin one. Well, we're going to be kind of in the same boat then as my middies from Redesign. But look at, we can do one of the angels on one side and the angel on the other side. Oh, no, I like that one better. Or do you have two? Do you have a brother or a sister? Well, pooper scoopers, I thought, call me crazy, but I felt like this one was bigger. That's not going to cut it. That's going to be like, Merry Christmas. So, what for say you? What shall we put in the middle? In the middle. Did I find a sister? No, I didn't, huh? She just had one. Well, I guess I should have looked before I had a vision of what I wanted to do here. I mean, I could always just I could write it out myself. I can do some brush lettering with Decor Glue Tacky or the gilding glue and put foil on it. I could do it myself. Take that, since y'all are not cooperating with me. Shoot. Hi, Brenda. Terry, you is crazy. You just now figuring that out. I could have told you that years ago. Oh, it's really doing a deal on the light, isn't it? Because Troy Troy's got it on the wrong. Whew. Don't look up. The light. Carolyn. Don't go towards the light. Woo. Sorry. Okay, well, and then in that case, what we gonna do? Well, we need you to dry a little bit quicker, because now we need to figure out what we're gonna do, because we very well could just do our own letters ourselves. I've known for a long time, but you did say call me crazy. Oh. You're so funny. La 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 la. Oh, that's where they went. You know how many times I've rebuttoned these things? God, Lord have mercy. This is doing no good. I'm probably not reaching where I need to reach. I know they're in here. I've seen them. Oh, and looky, where my... Why do you... Terry, why do you put things away in the weirdest spots? Because you'll never find them in there. Like, seriously. You have issues. Seriously, you have major meltdown issues. This is not drawing anything, by the way. This is just, flopping around in the sky over here. All right. Don't mind me. Can you not microphone pull my shirt? Thank you. I was wondering where you were, and I think I was looking for you. Candy cane. Good Lord. Obviously, fa la 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 la. I do have an Essential Stencil discount code. Look it. These are all of them. Candy Cane Lane, Marion Bright. That's what happens when you have stuff, man. You just have it everywhere, and you just don't even know. And then when your OCD kicks in because you're like, I could swear I had this and that, and then you go looking everywhere for it. All right, so I think we're going to turn this thing back around because I can only heat it so much, right? Not that that was heating it very long, because for 90% of the time I was just drying random air up here. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. So I remember I don't really care for these letters because, like, that's a C. I believe that's supposed to be an L. I wouldn't brush it that way. I think that's an N, an O. No, what is that? A P. Good Lord, that's a Q. Anyways, I'm looking because what should we write on here? I remember I used these whenever I did like a sign, the blessed sign or something like that. And I don't think I liked them much then either because I don't understand the way they whip around with their brush letters. I was actually hoping there were block letters in here, but there were not. So if we were to do, I don't know, or do we just make this a, I guess we could totally change direction and put some of our pretty transfers on here instead of me trying to make it an actual like lettered sign. So if we look at the ones that just came out, we have this pretty one with the birdies. I think they both had birds, right? If I'm correct, they both did. Yeah, but there's so much anymore. I can't even remember what it is. What it be like. Oh, for heavens to Betsy. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm right here. You guys can't see where here is, but I'm right here. So, whoa, don't fall down. Don't fall down, go boom. Oh, I know you guys heard that, fall down and go boom. So we have this one. That one would be pretty on there. Or we have that one. So, but then I frosted that. I guess it's not a bad thing. I don't know. What should we do, y'all? Should we put the birds on here? Or should we still go with the gold and just... What was that? Should we go with the birds on here, or should we still do gold or do some of the foiling? Just had another idea. You see how this is? Like anybody who says, like, you know, you have a plan when you go in and start doing something, plans don't ever work. Not for me, anyways. Don't mind me. I'm just moving house over here. Will it fit on the other side because this side doesn't have that? So we can still do foiling on there and then do something like in the middle or do something else on here. Like put something in there. The options are many and plenty. I don't know. Now I'm confused. I don't know what I want to do. I'm going to need you to hurry up and dry though because we need to move on with it. And then we could put the gold on the outside. All right, let's try this. Oh, I know. You guys don't talk. Nobody's talking. It's okay. I talk to myself 90% of the time anyways. All right, I need you to do your thing. So, see, we're going to take this and we're going to give it some, we're going to do some tintings on the inside here. Close in the space just a little bit. So that way I still get my gold. And when it's dry, it's just underneath. All right. So at least it's dry to touch so I can see what I'm working with. Okay, hold on. Hold it. It's gonna mess with the color again. Okay. Oh, look at me being good and putting washi tape. Okay, let's move that out of, we're moving that out of the way because I'm sure that's probably all the same on here. Are all of the pages the same? Those two are, I'm assuming they all are, correct? Yep. Okay. And I actually have that other one over here too. So if I use one there and one here, do we want the big ones or do we like those? Kind of like these too. Do I like that one or do I like this smaller? Ah, I like them both actually. But what's going to happen is oh, you guys can even see that one. There's obviously a lot of gold around it, so it's kind of hard to see how delicate they are and how there isn't so much. It's just going to be a very like little bit that's laid down that's actually gold. So I think the longer ones will be the ones. Ah, but then they're gonna overlap. So hold on, because well, let me finish cutting this one out. So the tails are gonna overlap on the sides here. So we either need to make an adjustment or obviously I've got to cut off the edges there because it needs to butt right up into the corner. Might be easier. I don't know. We'll have to figure it out. Either way, we can take some of that off because they're basically the same swirls. What do you mean, Elizabeth? I'm trying to picture. You mean that one that the one that I had found? Like, what do you mean? It even needs to be closer than that. Hold on. What do you mean? Let me see. Are you talking about this or are you talking about the wood you bin? Hi, Kimberly. So we can always put her down. I'm not sure if you were talking about these guys or not. His head is a little bit, they're just a little bit too big, but I bet you if I heated him up, I can push his head down. Oh, like put, so you mean these? Like drop these down and then put this on top of this, right? Yeah, that would be pretty. And then just have them sitting on it. Then I would probably use them the way that they're supposed to, coming down. I'm picking up what you're putting down. I'm just going to put his head up against my door here. I'm smashing his head a little bit. Poor guy. I need to get, because these are so much thicker, I need to get the hot plate and stick them on the hot plate. Because then I can fit him in there. I don't want to take the sander to him because you see, he'll fit in there. We heat them up a little bit and they'll fit in there. Okay, I'm picking up what you're putting down. Hold on. I'm almost wondering, why did they do this? Can I get that out? because because like I said, I'm probably going to take this jute out anyways. If I could take this out, we can actually flip it around. I know I frosted the back, which is fine because we're still going to be able to see it once I take off that back panel. What do I want? Hold on. Let's get these guys out of here first. It should just be staples, yeah? And it's holding the plexiglass in. Hold on a Hold on, let me think about that for a minute. Do I want to leave it in there? I'm trying to decide if I want to flip it around or not, because obviously, look it, then I don't need, you see, then they clear. And I realize that this is holding, on the back side, it's holding the acrylic in there, but I can always put something to hold it there. Heavy body gel will keep that in there. Or do I care? You know, I'm going to have to hammer that back in. So I'll just put it right here for right now. I don't know. Okay, I'm trying to make it too difficult. Never mind. All right, let's get this one in there then. So if we do these, we just need to cut them. Let's pull them out. I've used, like I said, I actually have another tube of this up there. So let me grab another tube because, yeah, this is the one I think I used on the tray. Hold on. Because I was afraid it was going to run out. So I bought another tube wherever it went. Oh, did I send it to Nicole? I might have sent it to Nicole. That's all right. Let me pull out another tube. Hold on a minute. You guys are going to hear rattling for a minute because that's just, you know, me. What happens when you have a mic on. Y'all can hear everything. Okay. So, hold on. Thankfully, they don't make them like this anymore in the tubes, so that way it doesn't, you know, get away from you. Oh, let's get this one. Now, if I remember correctly, the top of these are going to be a little more sparse. Yep. And then you see how the bottom is they're very clumpy. So I would take the tops of these. It already wants to get away from me because it's taped to this other one. There we go. So if we had them so that these ended here, but see, we're gonna have to get a couple of more in there like that. Don't you dare. And then we can always fill in with the other tube that I have. And then have these guys in there. Ooh, the color is really blown out because of the hold on, you guys. I don't know if that helps any, but because of the reflective on the foil, I don't know if that's gonna help any. Hi, Phyllis. No, it doesn't help. The wood strips doesn't help the frame. It's what's keeping in the acrylic. It's what's keeping in the acrylic, but I'm not so much worried about that because we could put heavy body gel down. That's kind of why I wanted to turn it, because then I don't have to squeeze them in. See, and then that's perfect because we actually have one of the other one that is sparse, because I like the bottom of it, but you just see how there's so much, like it's very concentrated in the bottom. All right, let's get this one cut. And then these, we'll have to figure out what to paint those guys. You like the tubes? Oh gosh, the tubes, I have just seen, and it's happened to me. Oh, look, we have a Lone Ranger over there. That would be fine all by itself. It's happened to me, but I see it get away from people, and then it rolls up on itself, and then their transfer gets ruined because it's all stuck together. And then they lose a lot of their transfer because it's all stuck together. So I'm just going to take some washi tape and tape the ends here so that it doesn't roll up. Over here. So some of it is going to have to hang off because if I don't, look at, there won't be any here in this area. So I want them to be staggered, but it needs to, obviously. Yeah, see the plexiglass, actually, I should just take that plexiglass out and do it on there. How much easier would that be? Look it. It would be so much easier to do that without this in there. Do, 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 do. And then, like I said, we can do it on the back side. So that way, are you really going to make me take you all out? So that way, the frosting is on the back. I don't want to crack it because I'm going to... Ha! Then I don't have to work with the edge. Ah, sooky now. And look at that, all of that extra. See, they did put it on the top. Look at that. That's the front where we already took it off. Bozos. Good googly moogly, people. Híjole. All right, now we're in business. Let me put something down because I don't want that to get all kind of. It's dry, but I don't want it to like get imprints of anything yucky from all the wood and stuff. All right, so good Lord, had I had known that, I would have took that off a long time ago. Okay, so you want help down, bub? Hold on. So you gotta stop throwing away the puddings in my Hey Nicole, yep, happened to me. Yep, what happened to you? Oh, this will be so much easier too to do this because haha. Oh yeah. All right. So, and I guess it's okay that I can see. All right. So let's see, all of that would be empty. So that's why I'm saying it needs to come down. I like the staggering of them, but we need it to, I mean, there needs to be something here. All right. Okay, we don't need these. Let's put that over there. Hey. That's a very sharp palette knife. Porque why? What are you doing? All right. So let's take this one and fold it so that it's straight and not all kind of cockeyed. Then we'll cut that one. Then we'll get that one down, and then, which we shouldn't start from these sides, but yeah, I know, son, but you're about to stab your hand. Okay, so the frosting is on the reverse side, which is going to be fine because once we get it off of the blue, we're still going to see it. And then we're just going to get down this on his owl. So I'm trying to decide. We're going to go like that, yeah? So that way we're going to have some staggering here. So it's going to be really empty right there. If it needs to be filled in, I guess we could always do it. But I don't think it'll look too bad because the spacing is literally right there. So I think it'll be okay. I think anyways. If it's horrible, we can always add to it. All right. Let's put that over there, and let's get this little portion off. Troy, vacuuming that sticker is not going to get it off, my love. Can you turn it off? Thank you. Why you shouldn't put stickers on the monitor, bud. Goofy. Oh, the transfer rolling up on you. Yeah, it's I watched it happen to Dina. I sent her a box and I just remember her yelling my name as it was rolling up on her, and I just felt so bad. I was like, "Oh God." And as she was unrolling it, I was like, "Oh my goodness, it's going to roll. It's going to roll." Because I could tell when she was holding it, and sure enough, it rolled up on her, and I felt horrible. Okay, just trying to clean all of this excess ugly that's around because it's going to be purty, and then we have all this excess ugly around everywhere. All right, let's get this down. Usually with these, I would be like really careful because sometimes what you will find with the foiling is sometimes the excess foil from, you know, other spots will come on, will transfer on here. I'm not worried about it because of it being on this acrylic. If it is transferred on something, or if some of the excess comes off that I don't like, I can always get it off with a blade. Oh, the lights are off. You guys, can you guys even see anything? Terry, hello. Who told me to stop what I was doing and do this? Who was it? Was it you, Charmaine? Oh, my banana daiquiris. Hallelujah. Hey now. Oh my stars. Oh my stars. Oh my stars. Oh, you guys. And then look, whenever these are going to need to be, oh my god, oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Hallelujah. All right. We're going to use our burnishing pad. Yes, I know there's excess up there, but look. Ta-da! And we'll just burnish that off. Oh my goodness. And then it does have that frosting. Once that completely dries, it won't be clear. It will be, you gotta be kidding me. This plastic is killing me, Smalls. It will have the frosted look, which I'm okay with because, I mean, that's what I wanted it on top of anyways. I need to make sure that this doggone stuff isn't on here. That would be a nightmare. So that's going to get covered. As you can see, the border that's right there. But, oh, it's going to be so pretty, pretty, pretty. It's going to be pretty. And I feel like they should be like, oh yeah, we're going to vintage those puppies up. Okay. So, were you the next one? You were the off, right? Yeah. You were the off that's going in the tubers. And then you were the other one, I believe. Now, you're going to go right next. What are you doing? You're a continuation of something, and I don't like how you look. What are you doing? You are a continuation. You are this. That's what you are. Yep. Okay, so we're not using you just yet. Go away. I don't know if you guys can see this straight edge that's happening right here because that's where the connection goes. So, I especially don't want it right smack dab in the middle here. So, we're going to take this one. Now, same thing. This one is going to be the same way. So if we don't pull this down, that one's going to be way up there. And then there's this big open spot here. So I'm going to pull it down, same thing. This one comes down here, so I don't mind if it's a little bit higher. So let's go about right there. All right. So I'm just making kind of a rough line, and then I'm just going to fold it back so I can straighten it out. Same for this one here. All right, let's cut that off. Cut it off. Onyx. 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 Stop it. Who is it? I thought your radar is up there, ma'am. All right, that's okay. It doesn't need to be rolled up. And then I will go ahead just so I know where I am. Onyx. Ooh. Onyx. Don't talk back to me. So, I don't know if you can see it, but thankfully there's going to be a little border there because it didn't reach the top right there. And you know, just like with glass, whenever you're doing a transfer on plastic and glass, Wherever you put it down, if that's where you got to commit it to, because it's gonna stay. But thankfully, this is almost down too far. So it starts here. That's almost down too far. But it was not going to move. It said, no, ma'am. That's where you put me. That's where I'm going to stay. But I did cut it there. So if I needed to connect it up there, I could. What is that one little leaf? Hi, Rochelle. It's so satisfying. So before you remove everything completely, just check your negative to make sure, like, there's a little bitty, I don't know if you guys can see it because it's so washed out right now, but there's a little bit of that leaf that's left behind. All right. Just easier before you take off the last little bit, just to look to make sure it's all down. See, like that top right there is not down. All right, I think we should be good. Okay. I mean, you could line it back up if you did see anything. Obviously, there's still leaves there. You see how the negative, let me turn it up there. But this is what was down here, so it doesn't matter. All right, so same thing before we do this last little bit here. We're just going to lift this up and burnish off. And then just rack to this one part too. So pretty. All right. Now, the writing is in the way there, so I'm going to go ahead and take that off now. There you go. And then let's get, that's too full. And then this piece, I think, where was that one? This one. Just for the sake of using the scrap, we could use it. There'd be a little portion there, but we can always grab one little strip instead of cutting a whole nother one. That top I'm not really worried about. Actually, we'll go down. We'll go down a little bit lower because this is just nothing down here. We'll get it to, what, the first leaf, maybe? Yeah. Okay. So this was a scrap that I had from the first time I've ever used this transfer sew. Okay. Hi, Patricia. The sign, or I don't know, the frame, the acrylic frame that I showed yesterday, we put the heavy body gel mat on the back side of this. Oh, I thought I missed it, but that's all it is there. And then we're doing foil on this side. And then we'll probably do some little Would You Bend Angels. Did I get all of them? This microphone keeps pulling my shirt crazy. Making me crazy. Alright. I almost don't know if we, well, let's see. Probably do want to add at least one long one or something there. They don't want to have to cut a whole nother one. Can we just use that one? It doesn't even need to be that long. Just something there. Let's see how this one looks. I don't want to have to cut into that other big piece if I don't have to. I think that'll work fine. Again, it's at the edge there. And that's kind of what's at the edge over here too. You can see the short one. Need one more. What? Can't tell where this one is. And I'm pretty sure that wasn't a delivery driver, Troy. I don't know what that noise was out there. Troy! I heard you the first time. I'm telling you. There wasn't a delivery because the bells didn't go off just because those bells went off. The barking bells. The doorbell bell didn't go. There we go. I know, Pops. I know. So, that is our... What are you doing with this? A fruit roll? Oh, Troy. You didn't bring me anything for this. That will be that there, and then... Look at the plastic is even on them. Oh, yeah. That's going to be pretty. Okay, so, honey, I know you want a phone case. Trust me. We all know you want a phone case. Every single day you want a phone case. And every single day, Mom tries to get you a phone case. But sometimes the Zon doesn't agree that they should bring the phone case every day. Sometimes they say, no, just kidding. We know we said we were going to bring it today, but now we're going to bring it tomorrow. Oh, they are. How now, brown cow? How in the heavens to Betsy? Onyx, girl, don't you be knocking down these big old honking lights now. It will seriously be an earthquake. Onyx, Onyx. That's the last thing I need is to have a viral video of me getting clocked in the head by lights, Onyx, please. Thanks. Not quite how I see life going today, you big bozo. All right, so I will put the little things back, but you can see now the heavy body gel is drying, so you can see how it's like frosting back behind it. Oh my gosh, that is pretty just by itself. I mean, obviously, we wouldn't just leave it like that, but oh my banana daiquiris, that's pretty. Holy guacamole. That's gorgeous. I actually have in my right mind to put heavy body gel in that right now just to make it stay. Oh my goodness. Okay. My special needs 36-year-old niece has a thing for tubes of lotion. Really? I wonder what it is that she likes about the lotion. Like, is it is it the texture of the lotion? Is it you know what I mean? Because there's always something. There's a reason why they pick what they pick, You guys, that's beautiful. Okay, so I want this to stay without me having to put the planks back in there, and it doesn't want to cooperate. It keeps wanting to fall back. So these little guys, or this little thing here, now it looks like I don't know. I feel like they're being showered with pretty. Okay, so what do you guys think if we did this though very neutral and almost like the cream white, antiqued it up, and then do like the pearl glaze over it all? I don't think that we should make them colorful in any way. Does that make sense? Because I think it would look very strange. You're about to get heavy body gel if you keep messing with me now. Don't be scratching my foil yo-yo. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So, for these guys... Okay, this is just a disaster waiting to happen. Hold on. So glad these are done with. Much rather work with the flats than this. Boy, I'm just rolling up my tubes. Rolling up my tubes. All right, let's put these back in here before something bad happens. The wind's gonna like gust it away and then it's gonna all be ruined. All right, so I'm going to get my cream. Like, can I not sit on my phone for like 5 minutes, Troy? Now, you guys know I love the Waverly, but when my paint is actually going to be the, you know, the base of my project, then I do use the good paints. So I'm going to use the cream white, the Decor Chalky, and hey now, that was a lot of stuff from the lid there. And let's get these guys. I do have a Would You Bin discount. And they're just type in like angels or cherubs, they'll come up. The discount is TERI 10 with the percentage sign. You cannot stack the coupon though. You can't stack the discount on top of sales. So if something's on sale, the coupon code will not work. What time is it? Almost time for me to leave again. As usual. But once we get the antiquing, all of their details will pop. But I don't want it to like clash with the foil, so we'll keep them very neutral. All right, let me get a little bit. I'm just going to spritz it a little bit because I need it to move a little. I need it to flow around his face a little bit and her face because I don't want there to be a bunch of brush marks on their face especially. Thank you. I know, it's going to be gorgeous once we get it all done. And I think it would be something that is okay to have hanging at any time and not, it's, since we went away from any kind of Christmas saying or anything, I think it would just be really pretty to hang anytime. I'm in such a habit of holding things to paint, to bring it closer to the camera, that I think it actually defeats what you guys can see, because it's constantly wobbling all around in my hand. And just because it is the chalk paint is a little bit thicker than your acrylic paint. So sometimes just spritzing it a little bit will help it move. It'll flow a little bit for you, a little easier, but it also will help with your brush marks and whatnots. You guys know I don't like the brush marks. They drive me batty. Okay. I think we've got one coat on them of the cream color. Okay, I have to pick it up because her toes didn't want to be painted. Is it her toes? Yeah, that's her leg, right? Because his is back there. Okay. So we've got a base down of the chalk cream white. What would velvet powder look like on the cloth on their legs? It would be fine, I think. All right, so we've got a base of the cream white. So now I'm going to go in with Finnabare's. Where did I get that? The brush? Probably the brush. Did I just get that on my face? I just wiped my eye. I guess I'll notice it later. So now we're going to go in with the white pearl. Which again, this one, if you, I don't even know, yep, you can. You'll see, we'll be able to paint this one a lot faster because it is just an acrylic paint, so it's a lot thinner. It'll move a lot quicker. Let's get all the nooks and crannies of the wings first, and then we'll work on going this way and distributing the paint, because otherwise it's going to defeat the purpose. We're going to keep going over that same area because you're going to get clumps of paint. Hey, did that just flick on my pants, bro? What the heezy weezy? Why? Every time I wear black, I paint with a white that flicks on my pants. Every time. And then when I wear a white shirt, I will almost guarantee you paint with black. Hell yeah. Banana Republic loves me. Didn't you just buy those same pair of pants? Yep. A couple times, as a matter of fact. The other ones are riddled in paint. Riddled. One splash, but that's one splash too many. Okay. Actually, I could probably get that out if I remember to go upstairs and spray it with the awesome. Get his little hair. And then make sure his face doesn't look crazy. And her face and her neck don't have buildups in her eyes and her lips. Okay. Very pretty, but very, very bright. White. So we definitely need to go in and put some antiquing gel in that. But unfortunately, it's already 3 o'clock. So tomorrow when we come back, I have a ton of aprons. I have decoupage queen aprons. I have aprons. I made a bunch of aprons for everybody. Beautiful ones. And I don't wear any of them. So, hi Megan, I didn't even see you. I had my head down painting. Golly. Hello again. I did miss you. So, tomorrow when we come back, we will use our antiquing gel, get our antiquing gel in all of that goodness. Once our mat heavy body gel mat has completely dried all the way, because you can still see that it's dry to touch back here, but obviously it's not dry all the way down. A hazmat suit. I will put that back in there, and then we will be able to put it together, and then also see if there's anything that we want to do around the outside of the frame. If we decide to leave it black, we will go around that though with the glaze paste from CC, because you know that is my jam. Whenever we leave something black, we need to put that on there, so that way it has that beautiful glaze, and then it doesn't look like a dusty black. So anyways, I hope you guys have a fabulous rest of your day. I'm cracking up at your hazmat suit. Hope you have a fabulous rest of your day. I will see you back here on finally Friday tomorrow. But yeah, so I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a great rest of your evening, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.